to the deep dive. We take your research pile and, well, turn it into knowledge you can use right away. Today, we're tackling that huge question, the one everyone's asking, is AI going to kill jobs, or is it actually, the next big thing for opportunity? Okay, let's unpack this because what you need is a practical map, right? Not just scary headlines.
Exactly. And the sources you send over are really focused on that. They pinpoint the jobs most at risk, the ones set to grow, and critically, they give you a real step-by-step way to adapt. Starting now, our mission here is basically to give you the shortcut to getting ready for this massive shift.
Right. So before we get into the risks and the opportunities, let's just make sure we're on the same page. What exactly is AI in this context we're discussing?
Yeah, good question. Simply put, it's about giving computer software the ability to mimic human intelligence for complex tasks. Think generating text, recognizing patterns, making quick decisions. We're talking about tools you probably use already, like ChatGPT or the tech behind medical diagnosis tools, even self-driving cars.
Okay. And the really key thing, the bit that gets lost in all the hype, is that it's not magic. It's not actually conscious, is it?
That is such a vital point. AI is completely grounded in the data it's fed. It just runs on algorithms. It can't inherently create something brand new or feel empathy or exercise, human judgment. It's an incredibly powerful tool that does what it's taught, just super fast. And remembering that limitation is important because it really highlights where human value remains critical.
Got it. So with that definition clear, let's jump straight into the danger zone. Based on these sources, where's the most immediate risk? Where's automation hitting first?
Well, the sources identify jobs that share some common traits. They're repetitive, very rules-based, and they don't need a lot of complex, nuanced decision-making. These are the spots where AI's speed and, frankly, its tirelessness offer the biggest advantages over manual work.
Okay, give us some specifics. What should people be maybe thinking about changing or adding skills to first?
Right. First up is probably data entry and basic administration. If your day involves a lot of manually filling the same fields, moving data around, or managing processes that follow a really fixed script, well, automation is already doing that faster and cheaper.
Makes sense. What else?
Another big one is basic customer support. You see companies pushing chatbots really hard for those simple, high-volume questions.
Like checking my account balance or tracking an order.
Exactly that. Or changing a delivery address, common troubleshooting. It's a straightforward cost cut, and it frees up human staff for the more complex interactions.
Yeah, the low-hanging fruit, as you said. But what about creative stuff? Surely that's safe.
Not entirely, no. We're seeing quite a bit of change in simple content generation and routine reporting. AI is surprisingly good at drafting short news summaries from data, writing basic product descriptions, or even creating outlines for blog posts. Now, the nuance here is key. High-quality, deep research or really creative work needing a specific voice or emotional connection. That absolutely still needs a human. But the bulk, template-driven stuff, that's vulnerable.
Okay, interesting. And design.
Similar story in routine or template graphic design. AI tools are fantastic for quick mockups, generating lots of variations for testing, or handling tedious bits like removing backgrounds or suggesting color palettes. If your main work is based on templates or simple, fast tasks, AI can do that now. Your high-level creativity, that's safe. The manual execution part, less so.
That paints a pretty clear picture on the risk side. Okay, but the real story isn't just about what's being replaced, it's about evolution, right? So let's pivot. Let's talk about the opportunity zone. This is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Exactly. We move from what AI replaces to what it augments and the totally new roles it's actually creating. For instance, look at high-level creative professions. Think filmmakers, novelists, artists, top-tier designers. Their roles aren't eliminated, they're elevated. AI becomes like the ultimate assistant, handling the grunt work, freeing them up to focus purely on the vision, the emotion, the originality. The human provides the soul.
And then there are the brand new technical jobs. This feels like the most solid opportunity pathway.
Oh, absolutely. The growth in tech roles is explosive. AI engineers, data scientists, obviously huge demand. But there's one role that's basically brand new and incredibly valuable right now, the prompt engineer.
Prompt engineer. Yeah, you hear that term everywhere now. Didn't exist a couple of years ago. What does that job actually involve? Is it just asking the AI questions?
It's way more than that. It's really the art and science of communicating clearly with the machine. These AI models are incredibly complex. Getting a truly useful, specific, high-quality result means crafting inputs prompts that navigate ambiguity, set constraints, dictate tone, manage context. It's not just summarize this, but write it like a 1940s noir detective. Keep it under 500 words, focus only on the financial bits, and make it for a CEO.
Ah, I see. So the skill isn't just knowing the answer exists, it's knowing how to ask the perfect question to get it.
Precisely. Think back when the internet took off. Suddenly we needed web developers, people who speak HTML, CSS. Well, AI's rise is creating that exact same surge in demand for people who know how to speak prompt. It's the new language.
That's a much better way to think about it than just a new job title.
Yeah.
Okay, beyond pure tech, what other human skills become more valuable?
Definitely roles that need complex people skills and judgment. Things like leadership, high-stakes negotiation, deep counseling. AI can simulate conversation, sure, but it can't genuinely lead a team through a crisis or feel real empathy. In a world with more automation, that human connection, that judgment, becomes a premium skill.
Hmm.
And we're also seeing growth in AI-assisted healthcare. Doctors, nurses, clinicians who learn to use AI for diagnostic help or streamlining admin tasks, they'll massively boost their productivity and potentially the quality of care. This leads to new roles, supervising the AI, translating its output into action.
Okay, we've covered the theory, the job titles, but I think what really helps is seeing how this works in practice. Can we get into those real-life stories from the sources? Show AI as a tool, not just a threat.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start with a classic example of using AI to augment skills. Case study 1, the freelancer. So imagine Sarah. She's a graphic designer, does a lot of social media work. Before AI, she might spend, half a day just trying out different color palettes or making slight variations of a post design for testing.
Right, lots of effort for not much creative reward there.
Exactly. So Sarah spent a weekend learning a couple of specific AI design tools. Now, she uses AI to generate 20 design mockups instantly, removes backgrounds perfectly in seconds, tests a dozen color schemes in minutes. The result? She basically cut her time on those low-level tasks in half, doubled her productivity. She could handle more clients, make more money, and crucially, spend her valuable human time on the final creative decisions and talking to clients. She didn't replace herself. She became like Sarah 2.0.
That's a fantastic example of grabbing that early advantage. Okay, but you mentioned customer service earlier. My skeptical side wonders, if you push all the complex, maybe angry, difficult problems to the humans, aren't you just going to burn them out faster?
That's a really important question, and the sources actually address this in case study 2. Customer support optimization. There was this large e-commerce company. They set up a tiered system. Tier 1, the simple stuff, order status, password help, basic returns that went straight to the chatbot. But if the chatbot detected really strong emotional language or a tricky policy question or something needing manual override, boom, it got escalated immediately to a human agent. And the key finding wasn't just that overall response times got better. It was that the human staff actually reported feeling their jobs were suddenly more meaningful.
More meaningful, really? How?
Yeah, because they weren't spending, say, 80% of their day resetting passwords anymore, which felt like busy work. Instead, they were using their brains' critical thinking, empathy, negotiation skills to solve genuinely challenging customer problems. Yes, the problems were harder, but they were also more engaging. They actually used the skills the agents had, which led to higher job satisfaction, believe it or not, and less turnover among those skilled agents. It optimized efficiency and meaning.
Okay, those case studies really bring it home. Which leads us perfectly to the next bit. We know the risks, we see the opportunities. So what does this actually mean for you listening right now? What are the immediate practical things you need to do to prepare?
Right. Preparation isn't optional anymore. It's core. And these steps are concrete things you can do right now. First, you absolutely have to master AI fundamentals.
Yeah.
Get a basic grasp of what these tools can do, and just as importantly, what they can't do. Spend some time with free resources. YouTube's great. Lots of free intro courses online. Just build the basic vocabulary, understand terms like training data, bias, and definitely prompting. You don't need to code, just get the concepts.
Okay, understand the landscape first.
Exactly. Second step, and this is crucial, augment, don't replace. Don't think you need to ditch your current skills and become a coder overnight. Instead, integrate AI into what you already do well. If you're a writer, use AI for research or first drafts, but you still provide the final voice, the polish. If you're a designer, use AI for mockups, but your creative touch is the value. Your expertise sits on top of the AI speed.
Right, the human judgment is still the key differentiator.
Absolutely. Third, you need proof. Build a practical portfolio. Clients need to see you can actually do this. Start small. Create maybe 3 projects showing how you've integrated AI and AI-assisted report, graphics made faster with AI tools, whatever fits your field. Get them up on LinkedIn, Behance, your website. Show, don't just tell.
Makes sense? Show your work.
And finally, maybe the most important point, continuous learning is non-negotiable. The pace of change here is incredibly fast. We're talking weeks and months, not years. You have to commit to regularly updating your knowledge. Keep an eye on new tools, new features, new models. What's cutting edge today might be standard tomorrow.
Okay, let's talk bottom line then, money. For someone listening who's thinking, okay, I'm ready to learn, but how do I actually start earning with this? What are the concrete ways the sources suggest making income with AI, like right now?
Yeah, great question. There are several really strong paths opening up. One clear route is offering AI-accelerated services, where speed is your selling point. Think super fast, social media graphics packages, quick video transcription and basic editing, or generating comprehensive blog outlines almost overnight.
Using AI to deliver faster than competitors.
Exactly. Another booming area is selling specialized prompt services. If you get really good at prompting a specific tool, maybe Mid-Journey for concept art, or ChatGPT for marketing copy, you can literally sell your expertise in writing those perfect prompts to businesses or agencies.
Interesting. So you're selling the input, not just the output.
Precisely. Third, think about digital product creation. Use AI to help generate assets you can sell passively. Niche ebooks, industry-specific checklists, templates, maybe even AI-generated datasets or analysis summaries. Platforms like Etsy or Gumroad are good for this.
And what about teaching others?
Definitely. If you get proficient with even one specific AI tool or platform, you can absolutely offer consulting or training workshops. Think about small business owners, executives. Many are feeling overwhelmed. They might happily pay for a short workshop that just teaches their team how to use AI for emails or basic report drafting. There's a huge knowledge gap to fill.
Those are really tangible ways forward, but we know anxiety is a huge barrier for people. Let's tackle those common fears head on. What are the big ones holding people back?
Yeah, we need to address these directly with some realism. Fear number one, the big one, AI is going to take my job. The more realistic view is that AI takes tasks within jobs, causing roles to evolve rapidly. Those who adapt early, who learn to use the tools, their opportunities are likely to increase. If you're wielding the tool, you're more in control.
Okay, so it's about adaptation, not replacement necessarily. What's next?
Fear number two, I need to be a tech genius or learn to code. The reality, most useful AI tools today have user-friendly interfaces. Think apps on your phone, not lines of code. If you can type, click, and think logically about what you want, you can use modern AI. The learning curve is more about understanding prompt logic, not programming languages.
Good point. Non-tech people can definitely jump in. And the last big fear.
The final one is often, I'm worried about the ethical side, bias, misuse, deepfakes. And look, these are absolutely valid, critical concerns. They demand regulation, responsible use, ongoing discussion. But interestingly, these concerns are also creating new job categories.
Yeah.
Roles focused on ethical AI implementation, AI auditing, bias detection, compliance. So even the problems AI creates can generate new human roles focused on managing those very problems.
Right, so the challenges themselves create opportunities. Okay, this has been incredibly thorough. Risk, opportunity, action steps, monetization, fears debunked. To wrap this all up, let's give everyone listening that final structured plan. What's the source's practical 30-day checklist to get started immediately?
Yeah, this breaks it down into manageable chunks. Week 1, focus purely on AI foundations. Watch, say, 5 basic tutorials online. Start a little glossary for yourself, prompt, model, training data, hallucination. Just get comfortable with the basic ideas and maybe play around with one tool like ChatGPT or the simple image maker.
Okay, week 1 is just dipping your toes in.
Exactly. Week 2, skill integration and project start. Pick one skill you already have, writing, design, analysis, whatever, and think about how AI could boost it. Then immediately start one small, real project using the tool you explored in week 1.
Get hands-on quickly.
Yep. Week 3, portfolio completion. Focus this week just on finishing and polishing those initial projects.
Yeah.
Aim to get at least 3 small, solid examples done and uploaded somewhere visible. LinkedIn profile, a simple online portfolio. Prove you can do it.
Build the evidence.
Right. And week 4, market entry and pitching. Okay, time to get out there. Set up a profile on a freelance platform like Fiverr or Upwork. Create one simple, maybe low-priced gig just to get started and get some feedback. And crucially, actively pitch your new AI-enhanced services to at least 5 potential clients or contacts.
Wow, okay. That's a really clear 4-week path from feeling overwhelmed to actually being operational.
It makes the whole thing feel more like a sprint you can manage rather than some endless marathon.
Absolutely. We started this by asking if AI is a job destroyer.
Mhm.
But what we've really unpacked today is that AI is fundamentally the next big tool. It's like the calculator, the personal computer, the internet, all rolled into one massive wave of change. The decision you need to make today isn't really about fighting a machine. It's about choosing to learn the language of the tool that's going to shape, well, probably the next couple of decades of work. If you're ready to learn, ready to adapt, AI genuinely brings a world of opportunity right to you. And really, the time to start is right now.